Hey, what if I told you there is a way to get your Canadian PR visa without taking your IELTS examination, not showing any proof of fund, even if you are a diploma holder and age is really not a problem at all? Sounds crazy, right? But that is what Yukon Community Pilot Program is all about. So in this video, let us try to understand the in and out of this particular program. Stay tuned. Hey, my name is Ajay. I'm the founder of Maple Assistance. If you're here for the first time, welcome to my channel. And I make videos relating to the Canadian PR process and cracking IELTS. If that is your intention, you are actually at the right place. What are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and please do watch all the other videos in the channel as well. If you want to consult with me about your particular profile, and if you're looking to get your Canadian PR visa without paying lakhs and lakhs of rupees to the consultancy, all you need to do is just click the link below in the description, book a consultation call with me, and let us discuss about your particular profile, and let me see how I can help you get to Canada in the easiest way possible. Now coming to today's video. Frankly speaking, guys, my intention was to make a video about the employment reference letters because it was one of a burning question that a lot of people had. So I thought, let me make a video on employment reference letters. And meanwhile, I got a lot of calls from my clients, asking about this YCP, and they are the ones who actually gave me an idea about this Yukon Community Pilot Program. So after their calls, I went into the website of Canada. I understood what this program was all about, and it really looked exciting to me. And I felt that I should really make a video on this one, right? And before we proceed to the video, I want you guys to comment below whether you are actually interested to know about the employment reference letters. So how to get it, why is it important? What if you cannot get an employment reference letter? So if you are interested in this particular topic, please do mention that in the comment section below, and I'll be making a video on that very soon if you guys are really interested. So now, without any further ado, let's jump into today's video. Now let's look at the Yukon Community Pilot Program. It's one of the easiest way to get the Canadian PR visa. YCP, or the Yukon Community Pilot Program, is actually a new stream of the Yukon Nominee Program. It was actually introduced in January 2020, and June 2020 it actually came into the picture, and the government has said that it's going to run for 3 years as any pilot would do. It is very similar to this Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So they tested it from 2018. The AIPP program was put to test from 2018 till 2020. Since it was successful, like, they are continuing it. So maybe if this program is also successful, they might continue it in the future. So trust me guys, I really had no idea of doing this particular video, but I happened to see a lot of buzz around this Yukon Community Pilot Program. So I just wanted to know and understand what this program is all about. But by the time I looked into the eligibility and the advantages that this program has, I thought I should definitely, make a video on this one. Okay. So even if one person watching this video is able to get a job offer, and if he's able to get his PR, this is serving the purpose. So the biggest advantages of this particular program is, number one, it doesn't require IELTS. So if you are someone who is, allergic to IELTS, then this program, you can definitely give it a shot. Second big advantage is that age is not a problem. It is not like your express entry. Once you turn 29, once you turn 30, you start losing points. No, that is not the case. Here, age is not a problem. So people who have 35, 40, even 45 can apply as long as you're meeting the eligibility criteria. Third biggest advantage is you don't have to show any proof of funds. So if you're a family of two, no need to bring in that 10 lakh rupee. Okay. So that's absolutely not required. So no proof of funds. Since you're already having a job offer, they are not asking you to come up with the proof of funds. Another advantage is that depending on the primary applicant's NOC code, the spouse also has a chance to work. So this again is another big advantage. Last one is, like, even if you're having a basic education, like if you only have a diploma degree or a bachelor's degree, you're still, you're having that advantage, and you may get a job offer there in that particular community, right? So these are some of the advantages of this YCP program. Now let us try to understand how this program works. So this program is not a direct PR program, rather first they give you a open work permit, and while you're working there in the community, they start processing your PR. So it's an indirect program, I should say. But once you get a job offer, once you move to the Yukon and once you start your work there, I'm pretty sure they'll be processing your PR visa, right? So first is you need to get a valid nomination from Yukon, and after that you will get a 2-year open work permit, and that work permit is location restricted. So what do I mean by location restricted? We will see it in probably in a couple of slides. Okay, so this is a open work permit, but it is location restricted, and this work permit is valid for 2 years. Now to share more about the work permit, this work permit, as I told you, it is valid for 2 years. The big advantage is that it doesn't require a LMIA. This program is actually exempt from LMIA. Okay, and the another wonderful advantage about this particular program is that, see, it lets you work with up to 3 different employers in 1 or more participating communities. So let me explain you what this actually means. For example, if you're not able to get a full-time work in the community, in the participating community, even if you are able to get 2 or 3 part-time jobs, and putting all these 3 part-time jobs together, if you are able to clock 1,560 hours in a year, then you are still you will be eligible to apply for the work permit. Okay, so that's the big advantage. For example, you're not able to get a full-time job, but instead you are able to get a job from morning 9 to 12 and evening 3 to 6 and night probably 8 to 12. Okay, so putting these numbers together, I'm pretty sure you will be able to clock that 1,560 hours a year or 30 hours a week, which is again equivalent to full-time work experience. Okay, so this also is possible under this YCP program. So here are the participating communities. So this is really important, guys, because the work or the job offer you get must be only from these participating communities. If you are able to get a job offer outside the participating community, you won't be able to apply for a work permit under this particular program. So here are the 6 participating communities. The first one is Whitehorse, second one is Watson Lake, third one is Dawson City, fourth one is Haines Junction, and fifth one is Carmax, and the sixth one is Carcross. I hope I pronounced it right, so kindly excuse me if I went wrong somewhere. Now let us look into the eligibility to obtain the work permit. Okay, so as I told you earlier, guys, to be eligible to get a work permit, you need to have 1 full-time job which accounts to 30 hours a week minimum or 1,560 hours a year. Else you will have to get it is not else, and you should also get a signed letter of support from the government of Yukon. So you will be getting this once you apply for your nomination. Okay, and the third one is that you have to make sure that you're meeting all the general requirements of the work permit. Okay, so what is the requirement of the work permit? Like, I have given the link in the description, you can click it, you can read it for yourself. All right, so these are the eligibility to obtain the work permit. Now, job offer requirements. So to get a job, what are the requirements? The first point is that all the job must be if you are, for example, if you are able to get 3 part-time jobs, then all the 3 part-time jobs should be from the same participating communities in Yukon. Okay, so you cannot get jobs from different communities, meaning it is not possible for you to jump between communities, right? So when I say community, it is more like a town, right? So you cannot jump between the towns. So it must be from the same participating Yukon community. The next thing is that they must add to at least 30 hours of work a week. This we have discussed earlier, which is equal to full-time job. Okay, so if you are able to clock 30 hours a week, combining all your part-time jobs together, then you are absolutely fine, and you can, which is equal to a full-time job, you can apply for the work permit. Okay, the third important point is that it must be non-seasonal. So what does this particular thing mean? So your part-time job cannot last for 3 months and then no work for 3 months, another work for 6 months. It cannot happen that way. It must be throughout the year. Okay, if it is a full-time job, it must go throughout the year. If it is a part-time job, still it must go throughout the year. So 1,560 hours throughout the year is again a very, very important thing. It should not be non-seasonal. Okay, it must be non-seasonal. I'm sorry. The next one is the wage must meet or exceed the minimum wage. Okay, so pretty sure, I mean, you guys must know that it is $14 approximately. I'm not sure about what is the minimum wage in Yukon. It must be somewhere around $12 to $14. So the wages that you receive must meet the minimum wage or it should exceed the minimum wage. And last one is that your experience must show that you can perform the duties of the job offer. For example, if you are offered a software testing job, then your experience in the home country must show that you have that same experience, you have worked in that particular field and you are capable to do the the job duties which has been mentioned in the job requirement. Okay, so these are some of the requirements. Next, what are the documents you need before you apply? Okay, the first one that you need before you apply for your work permit is that a copy of the nomination letter from the government of Yukon, just confirming that you have been nominated for the permanent residency. So once you get a job offer, you will get in touch with the government of Yukon telling that I have a valid job offer, I want to get your nomination. So once you approach them, they will give you a nomination confirming that you have been nominated, okay, for the PR visa. After that, you'll have to get a signed letter of support from the government of Yukon stating that the employers who are offering you the job need you to work in the same community as soon as possible. Okay, so this is another letter which has to be signed from the government of Yukon, which states the job, the employers, they want you to work as soon as possible in their community, in that particular community. Okay, and next thing is that the job offer must be genuine. So you have to show the documents must prove that the job offer is genuine, and also the details of the job offer, which includes the name of the employers, what is your occupation going to be, like number of work hours and the job location. So you have to mention all these things, and these documents has to be submitted while you are applying for the work permit or the visa. Okay, so one more big advantage that you have is if the primary applicant, okay, so if you are the primary applicant and if you are able to get a job offer under the NOC code 0A or B, then your spouse will also be getting a 2-year location restricted work permit. All right, so for example, you are applying as a system administrator and you got a job, okay, as a system administrator. I think that falls under NOC code B. Then your spouse can also work in the same community where you are working. Okay, so he or she will get a work permit to work in the same community. So this is another very big advantage. So let me summarize the whole process. The first step in this particular process is searching for a job. Okay, so if you are in India, if you are in your home country, you can start searching for the job. I have given you the link where you can find the jobs in Yukon. The link is there in the description. You can check it out. So you can start your job search from India. You can start applying to the employers, and if you get a job offer, if you're able to get a job offer, then the next step is that you have to get in touch with the government of Yukon, and you'll have to get a nomination. Okay, so with the job offer, you have to get in touch with them and you have to get a nomination from the government of Yukon. So once you get the government of Yukon, then you can actually apply for the work permit. So how do you apply it? It is completely an online process. So the link is also given there in the description. So once you get the nomination from Yukon, you can actually go ahead and apply for this work permit. Okay, so once you get the work permit, then you are allowed to fly to Yukon. You can go there, and while you are there starting your work, your PR visa will be processed. Okay, so this is the whole YCP process. I hope you got the point. I hope you really understood how this YCP program actually works. The most exciting part was when I visited the Yukon job site. You know, there were different openings. There were a lot of different variety of job openings. Like there were a few openings for software testing, and I could see some openings for mining engineers and for HR related opportunities, and people related who in the restaurants. So there is a variety of job openings available. So what I want you guys to do is just click the link below. I've given the link in the description. So you can click the link below and see if you are able to get some kind of opening which is relating to your particular experience here in India or in your home country. So if that is the case, if you feel that that particular opening is for you, you can just go ahead and apply for the job. You never know. You might get a call. You might, they might call you for an interview. You can attend the call. You can attend the interview. And if you are getting a job offer, then you stand an excellent chance to get a PR. Okay, so people who are above the age 30, 35, or even 25, 26, who are not able to meet the express entry criteria, or if you are not able to meet the PNP criteria, you can still give this a shot. You can try your luck. There is no harm in putting your effort and trying. And if this thing works out, then it's absolutely great. So there is no harm in trying. So my suggestion is, everyone watching this video, please click the link and look out for the opportunities. In case if you feel that your profile would suit that particular job opening, then go ahead and apply. And you never know, you might get a nomination, and you might get a job offer, and you might even get a Canadian PR visa very soon. So this complete video, it is based out of my understanding, guys. And if you want to know more about this particular program, I have given the link in the description. So please go ahead and go through the link, go through the website, and understand the process for yourself. And then you can do the proceedings, right? So I hope you really like this video. I hope this video was useful to you. And if you do so, then please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who are desperately wanting to go to Canada, getting their PR visas, right? So please do share it with your friends. And I'll be back with another video very soon. So until then, it is Ajay signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.